Let's start a story of the floating palace. In the time of the Blessed One, the great disciple Maudgalyayana was known for his extraordinary psychic powers. With ease, he could travel to distant realms, the heavens above and the hells below. One day, with the Buddha's permission, Maudgalyayana ascended into the realm of Trayastrimsa, the heaven of the 33. The Deva realm was filled with celestial music, blooming flowers that never withered, and lakes reflecting 1,000 stars even in daylight. Angels moved about joyfully, free from hunger, sickness, and worry. They danced, sang, and played games, all born from the fruits of their past merits. Maudgalyayana observed quietly, marveling at their carefree lives. Suddenly, the ground trembled gently, and heavenly music changed to a deeper tone. In the sky above, a golden radiance appeared. Slowly, a magnificent palace descended, floating as if on a cloud. The Devas paused their games and gazed in awe. The palace shone with walls of gold, roofs of jewels, and gates encrusted with pearls. It touched the garden lightly, like a feather landing on water. 1,000 apsaras came forth, surrounding a throne of pure gemstones. On that throne sat a radiant young woman. Her skin glowed like moonlight, her face serene yet majestic. She rose, descended from her throne, and gracefully bowed to Maudgalyayana. Maudgalyayana asked,
"Lady of the Devas, your palace is unlike anything I have ever seen. Tell me, what deeds brought you such fortune?"
In my past life, I was born in the city of Benares. My family was not wealthy, yet we lived with dignity. One morning, as I prepared water for the household, I saw a monk on alms round. His robes were patched, his bowl empty, yet his bearing was noble and calm. At once, I felt joy rise within me. I invited him inside. I laid out a clean yellow cloth and set a simple table for him. When he sat down, I served him food with my own hands and fanned him so he might eat in comfort. When the monk had finished, I looked at the yellow cloth and the table. They had served a noble purpose, and I could not bring myself to reclaim them. Instead, I carried them to the pagoda and offered both as gifts to the Sangha. It was not wealth I gave, but the joy of my heart. I remember feeling a happiness so deep that tears welled in my eyes. Later in life, when death came, I passed peacefully. The moment my last breath faded, I opened my eyes to this realm of Devas. My body was luminous, my clothes woven of light, and before me stood this palace, born from the merits of my offering. The apsaras appeared to serve me, and my throne was formed from the joy I once felt while fanning the monk.
Maudgalyayana listened carefully. He reflected,
A single yellow cloth, a simple table, a pure act of generosity. Such small things in the human world. Yet when offered with sincerity, they bore fruit 1,000 times greater.
Venerable Sir, I tell you this not out of pride, but so that others may know. Never underestimate the power of a pure heart. One may be poor, but if one gives with joy, the heavens themselves can blossom from that gift.
And so the floating palace of the Deva maiden reminds us, generosity is not measured by gold or jewels, but by the purity of intent. Even the smallest act of giving, done with reverence, can open the gates of heaven. Maudgalyayana returned to the human realm to share this story with the faithful, so that all might learn the immeasurable fruits of generosity.